I would have a very direct involvement in the entire program of Smash. Means every half mark of that particular question counts. And to get that half mark is the toughest job. I had written last year a similar question in the mains test at Civilsdaily, where I was asked about how the horizons are changing with right to life and liberty, and I had gotten a content of around 5 to 6 court judgments on that. Every point should have a data. This X factor ingredient makes the difference.
Right after the results for us at CD, one of the most important thing is to see the mark sheet of our students who've qualified the rank. And with Animesh, what was interesting for me to see was that his combined GS marks were 473, and he had a bad dead interview. I mean, in his words, he got like below average in the interview marks, but he still could get up to the rank of AI2, right? Which made me think deep and hard that we know that you have to crack the 400 plus benchmark in the mains, but what do you do to get 450 plus so that your preparation becomes interview proof? That's the thing, and that's the theme of this year's Smash. When we started Smash 5 years ago, the idea was simple. We'll only pick up people who have scored 300 plus, and we'll kind of work with them to lift them to 400. But this year, we're opening Smash mains to any student who kind of has worked very, very intensively in their preparation, and post prelims, they realize that they, although have basic level of notes done, they have some PYQ analysis, but they're lagging that personalized touch to get them to the 450 benchmark. And we will tell you how that's going to happen. Like, I'll request Animesh to show the questions, to talk about the questions, to talk about the notes, which kind of help him leap or scale that jump up. And so for anyone who's writing prelims, who has some confidence in their ability that prelims to ho jayega, talk to us just after that. Do not waste your time between the prelims and the results. Talk to us. We're going to start the Smash edition this time with Animesh here. He has very graciously accepted to be a very, very integral part of this program before he goes off to Labasna, and he'll be squarely dedicated to this Smash program. So this year, we want to take a small batch, but we want to work with you very, very closely and patch up every gap that you possibly have.
I would have a very direct involvement in the entire program of Smash Mains Spring 24. And I'll explain where my contribution, I feel, would make a difference in the program, which is beneficial for everybody who is enrolling in the program. First of all, for me, I'm still in that aspirant phase. So more than any person who's at the other side of the table and teaching, I would understand what an aspirant needs just after prelims. When they have a considerable amount of preparation, they're clearing the prelims, and their knowledge base and everything is more or less very good. But what would give you 400 plus in GS and what aspirant actually looks for is something that I have lived during the last 1 year. And that's where I would like to make a contribution in the Smash program. First is where we have the full length or the sectional test that anybody who comes here would be appearing for and getting a personalized feedback on that as well. But somebody who just cleared UPSC Civil Services, would be coming and be telling that at this questions how I would have answered it. What I think would have made the answer fetch you more marks. What are those X factor ingredients that you could put in an answer at various sections, at various sub-themes, subtopics, introduction, conclusions, because every half mark of that particular question counts. And to get that half mark is the toughest job in this entire mains program. And that's where I would come in and tell you that for a lot of this question that you will be writing, and after you write and I see the papers, I would be commenting what could have been there. Not a generalist feedback key, make it more coherent, answer the demand of the question. No. I mean, that's everybody knows. I'd be coming and telling you like a peer, as a fellow ex-aspirant key, what could have, you would have added as a point, what as a statistics, as another dimension to the question, so that you could have gotten more marks in this particular question, or what you could have missed, so on and so forth. The second contribution that I think I would be bringing in this entire program is, I would be picking up various themes. Those themes are pretty analytical, A, and B, interdisciplinary in nature, and three is that you do not get a lot of materials at one place for them. They are present but in silos, and but the very repeatedly similar topics get frequented in the mains as well. So I'd be taking sessions on those particular themes and where we can cover them holistically. I'll be not taking like a foundation course, because somebody who's clearing prelims, you'd be clear about the what, why, how, where, the basics of it. But those X factor material in that particular topic, what are the dimensions, extra dimensions can be put in that. And a 360-degree perspective of that theme, we would be able to discuss with the value addition material, with the X factor ingredients, so that whatever question you encounter in the examination hall, you will have wonderful content, enriched content to put that and condense all your knowledge, all your learnings in those 2 or 3 pages of GS that you would be encountering in mains. So I'll walk you through that, what exactly I'm trying to deliver. So I'll take few examples of the 2023 mains paper, and I would say at what level actually after prelims people are, and what Smash Mains program can bring into the table, so that you get that initial push to score more than 400, 450. And that would be the goal. So, for example, there was a question on GS2 last year about how the Constitution of India is a living instrument which has a lot of dynamism and has lived up to the various changes. And again, then it had asked to illustrate with various judgments and various references to the expanding horizons of right to life and liberty. So for somebody who would have come by a basic understanding of Lakshmikant, would know the articles around it, Article 21, having this, and the differences between the connotations in Indian Constitution as compared to American Constitution, where we have the comparisons between due process of law and procedure established by law. So that would be the basic understanding, would be thorough with Lakshmikant, and would be qualifying prelims, would have the knowledge about that. And if you prepare by yourself, probably you would encounter with cases like Menka Gandhi versus Union of India cases, and things around that, how things changed, and how there was a wider interpretation of right to life and liberty after that. But it's a 15-marker question. You cannot just send your answer with giving a citing Menka Gandhi case, right? Or giving the constitutional articles around it. You have to have a 15-marker when it's asking you the constant horizons. You have to have the constitutional amendments and the various Supreme Court and High Court or court judgments. So at least there has to be around 7 to 8 court judgments or 5 to 6 constitutional amendments for this particular thing, for let's say freedom of press, or for other right to life and liberty that's been there, that has been there in recent times. So Smash Mains program also bring you a content which collaborate all these data, fact, figure, court judgments at one go, theme wise, so that your preparation becomes more effective. And wherein questions which is extremely analytical in nature, where you would feel that you do not have a lot of content, but you have knowledge about it. Everybody knows about right to life and liberty. You do not have extensive content about it, but you get the same. And I had written last year a similar question in the mains test at Civilsdaily, where I was asked about how the horizons are changing with right to life and liberty, and I had gotten a content of around 5 to 6 the court judgments on that. So since I had been a part of this, I come with an experience, and that's why I can vouch for the same as well, that how it can give you that leap of faith and you can do a drastic change. Similarly, we had a question on GS3 about how MSME's contribution in GDP and manufacturing sector, so on and so forth. And again, somebody who is coming from straight out of prelims would know what is an MSME, what are the criteria, they have so and so role, everything, and basic functions. So that's something which is expected from somebody who is sincere. But what are the X factor is that you have data points, figure and status for everything. If they are reducing the regional disparity, how? If they are employing a lot of people, how? If they are inclusive in nature and improving social justice, a figure for that. If they are employing more women for it, what percentage of MSMEs are led by women? And it's in the credit system is improving due to MSMEs and everything, so what percentage of the banks are catering to MSMEs? So all these data, every point should have a data. This X factor ingredient makes the difference, because everybody would write what MSME does and what function MSME can carry and how it is helpful for national building. But how? With credible source and credible data, figure, case study is what will give you the rank. And that's what Smash means, bring you to the table to make your preparation more effective and to give you that push. And that's applicable. And I had made my notes based on these consolidated notes I had, and made my own notes out of them as well. So in this program, you'll be able to also understand that with already very concise notes, how you can make even more concise notes that would be helpful for you for your last minute revision. And you will be in that zone of writing the answer. I knew that my first question for MSME, I knew 10 data points about it because I was given it one page. I knew a quote for MSME as well. I knew a case study. I knew a committee recommendation for the same. So all these X factors, if you put them in every question, all these 20 questions spanning across 80 questions in GS 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you're getting 1 mark extra because of that as well, and which is necessary, you get 80 marks more. So somebody who is stuck at 350 or 300 and they're scoring 400, 420, 430 because of this is making a huge difference in your entire mains result. And that's where I think Smash mains would entirely change at what particular stage you are in at your mains preparation. Another question from IR, which was very unexpected on the lines. We do not see a question in IMO, International Maritime Organization, and there was a statement which was a precedent to it, was sea is an important component of the cosmos. So maybe everybody knows about IMO and like what it does, general idea everybody knows. And to be honest, I don't think a lot of people would have a very extensive knowledge about IMO. But what I think, since I was a part of the program and I had this value addition material for everything extensively, I was able to start my answer with one of the strategist and historian, Mahan, who said that one who controls the sea controls the world. So I think things like that makes a lot of difference, because in a question like this, where I'm pretty sure everybody would have written a very basic question answer, and you do one simple value addition, you get a huge jump in the marks as well. And similarly, like there are a lot of concepts in PSIR, there are a lot of concepts in sociology, there are a lot of concepts in anthropology that could be borrowed and could be used at various answers in your frameworks to make your answers more academic. And I think all those contents are being brought into at one place that makes the content part of the Smash Means, the evaluation part, and the X Factor part so wonderful that makes your preparation pretty top-notch.
Right, so the game is about cracking one extra mark in every question, right? And that is the hard game. You know, when I was in college, so IITs have this relative grading system, GPA points, right? It's easy to get an 8 point. But if you want to crack into the 9, nailni agar marni hai, to it's like almost climbing the last leg of the mountain summit, or, you know, going further deep in the ocean. And every inch that you now make is harder than you can imagine. And the idea is this, that prelims ka time khatam hote hi, when you start with Smash Means, we'll be giving you 12 FLTs. Each FLT will have 20 questions. We'll be giving you 5 FLTs for essay paper. And of all these FLTs, we'll be having one-on-one discussions on your attempt. That will be taken care of by, you know, the CD mentors, Arvind sir and Shubham sir. Animesh will be taking classes at an overall level. So for each FLT, he'll be showing you that if he were to attempt those questions, wo kaise karega. He'll pick up a select set of questions in that FLT, which are the most impactful one. And he'll actually show on an offline and online both mode, how would he do it. On top of this, we will have thematic classes. We'll have 30 sessions on topics, which, like he said, are analytical, which are often missed out, and which do not have a consolidated content at one place. Animesh is deeply involved in making those notes, and he'll be taking half of those sessions. The rest half will be taken by Arvind sir and Shubham sir, but all will happen in Delhi. All will happen in offline and online mode both. And this is all you need for the rest of the months between your prelims and your mains attempt to make sure you crack 400 plus. One of the hallmarks of Animesh preparation with us was that he did not miss any answer writing paper with us, right? He attempted all the Samachar Manthan, he attempted all these mains question papers. And that was enough to ensure that the consistency organically built over time. We've done some videos where Arvind sir has taken you through his attempts from, the beginner when he just joined us in February till about prelims end. And you would see consistently कैसे वो improve होता है, right? शुरू में paper भी question भी खत्म नहीं हुआ था. And आगे चलते चलते introductions better हुए, data feed हुआ, X factor towards the end आता है. Diagrams which we often clamor about, so just show us the diagrams and just give us those diagrams which हम एकदम reproduce कर दे. They are very organic. Because you have so much points, you automatically will make a spoke and a wheel. And you will show those points in that system. And you will learn all that and you will write, when you join, you will real-time implement them in your papers and you will have Animesh see some of your papers and comment back कि you've cracked it, that you were there. Uski baad ka game is just to maintain that momentum so that you crack the mains and you make sure that paper ke din aake tum wo sab dekho. That's it. So if you have it in you कि अभी ये वाला last attempt है, talk to us, meet us at Civilsdaily office in Delhi. Arvind sir would be here, Shubham sir would be here. Animesh would probably be here on some of the weekends before even the course starts. And बताओ कि कहाँ पे हो, किस stage of preparation पे हो, अपने notes लेके आओ, अपने written answers लेके आओ. We'll sit with you, we'll tell you कि ये कर लिया, ये रहता है. We'll take a very small batch, but we'll work very close with you. Okay? I'll see you on this other side. Join Smash with us, and this time we'll make sure that this is your final attempt.